There's a saying that everything's bigger in Texas. I'm not entirely sure that's true, but maybe everything is bigger in Texas. This week we're talking about Motavation Volumes. You know, we've done some stuff with these guys before. You know, this week we're talking about Generation 3, and we're talking about this guy behind me. Actually, this is only half of the review. This guy is the Pele. Now, normally I'd take the volume down and I'd show it to you, and you know, we'd show you the inside and everything else. But there's a small problem. Today I'm completely by myself, and as everything is bigger in Texas, if you look at the tent I'm wearing, this is a Motavation Volumes t-shirt. This is a Texan small. It looks like I'm wearing a freaking tent. I'm wearing friction, but it looks like I'm wearing a tent. So maybe everything is bigger in Texas. The Pele. It takes at least 2 people to put this guy up on the wall. Sometimes 3 if you can't find the hole. It really depends. Now, if you've read our reviews on Motavation Volumes before, you'll know full well that the first generation that came through, plain wood, lots of horrible screws everywhere, needed a little bit of TLC to get to a state where it was good. Then they sent us Generation 2, which you'll see on our wall quite a lot. The big red guys, the blue guys, there's a white guy as well. Wood, again, really good plywood, you know, 11 ply plywood. Painted and branded, because they like to brand shit in. They like to brand stuff in Texas, so they branded it. Big Motavation Volumes logo on it. Perfect. Now, from Generation 1 to Generation 2 was a very, very big leap. Except the texture they used on the Generation 2 volumes, everything stuck to it. Every time we were putting holds on it, rubber backed, non-rubber backed, we had to get a paint scraper and a hammer to get the things off, and then we started delaminating things, you know, pain in the ass. Now, there was Generation 2.5 where they sent us with this new texture. There are a lot of small willies that we have, but now we're on to Generation 3, the Pele. Now, there's 2 problems with this guy. One, it takes at least 2 people to stick on the wall. The other problem is that no normal size bolts are going to fit it. The biggest bolts we can get are about this long. I think they're about 10-inch bolts, and they will not fit. So if you're thinking about putting a normal bolt on these guys, you're completely out of luck. You have to go and get some of this stuff. Give me a second. You have to go and get some 3/8 inch bar, some nuts and a cap head, and then cut your piece of metal basically to the right length. Or you can use one of these guys. You'd think. Unfortunately, when you put one of these guys actually in, and this is just a big bolt, it's actually shanked, it's too long. Plus, when you get the head in, it's a little bit tight because the heads are a bit big on these guys, it doesn't work. So what you need to do is buy some 3/8 inch rebar, and then you need to go and cut your own bolt. No real big problem. 2 guys, hacksaw, cap head, some bolts, you're good. Mr. Pele here, which is massive and super fun, has a new texture. It's really good. You can just about, on sharp angled volumes, just about get a grip on it. There's no Motavation logo on it, which is a bit of a shame, but you can get a bit of a grip on the texture. What they've done this time with the volumes is, once they've drilled the holes, they actually spray the texture. So the holes do start out being a little bit tight. No real biggie, They're still using 11 ply plywood, which is really strong, quite heavy, but it's all good, super strong. We've actually parked a truck on this guy outside. Didn't do anything, the truck weighs 2.5 tons. And they're using T-nuts that screw in. Perfect. One thing that they've missed, and they know full well they're going to get kicked for this, is we've been saying it since they started sending us quite big volumes. There are no set screw holes in these volumes. Nothing. Sure, anyone can go and stick a screw in a piece of wood, but it'd be nice for them to at least mark the holes, pre-drill the holes, just put holes in, maybe with a washer like they do for dream holds with the basalts and the granites. You know, there's a little washer in there, just something just to finish off the product so it's fully done. You know, you can stick a screw in a hold, and we do quite a lot. And we always bitch about people that that send us holds that don't have set screw holes in them. It's a big thing. The American market, and especially the European market now, are getting sued for holds that spin. Now this thing here probably weighs about 25 to 30 pounds. It's hanging on a single bolt on a single T-nut. Now as it's hanging on a single bolt, single T-nut, you can imagine what 30 pounds does. You're going to have your hold, and then your wall and the bolt, and it's going to do this, and your T-nut's going to get crooked, and you're going to have a hell of a time getting the thing off. So what we've done is we've stuck a screw in the side to support the bottom so it doesn't drop. It's something that needs to get done on these volumes. Now, the other guy that we're talking about this week is the James. James is this big blue guy. Excuse me as I'm by myself while I rotate the camera a little bit. Whoop. There he is. This guy here. Not this guy. This is generation 2.5. This is where they were trying to perfect their texture. The big blue guy behind him is the James. Same thing, same texture, different shape, really well constructed, super well constructed, really bomb-proof, and you know, just Motavation Volumes just make solid volumes. And if you've got a home wall or a gym and you want to add something to the angles, these guys, they're perfect. We've not broken one of them yet. We have generation 1, 2, 2.5 and 3, and we've really been quite brutal with them. Sure, the big red guy over here, he delaminates when you stick holes to him because the texture's crap. But that's generation 2. You don't get generation 2 anymore. But he's still going strong. We've delaminated him, we've broken one of the T-nuts, but that was our fault, not Motavation's fault. But it's still going strong. The generation 1 stuff has been thrown around, stored, moved into 3 different walls, and it's been set on with comps. It's still going strong. This thing here, the James, although admittedly I'm hanging on a willy, look, it's absolutely bomb-proof. Now, again, you're going to have to get some cap heads, and you're going to have to make your own bolt for it. And we have 4 screws in this guy. In the places where the set screw should be, we have 4 screws. Great texture. This guy does, up here, have a Motavation Volume logo, but unfortunately it's a little bit hidden. But the same texture as this guy, which is hilarious. I didn't realise the camera shot would get both of these volumes in. What more do you want? We've got Waylons here, we got Jameses here, we've got Pele's here, we've got Billy's here, we've got generation 1, 2, 2.5 and 3. We've not broken them. We've tried, we really have. We've jumped on them, we've thrown them around, we've mistreated them, we've moved them around the wall a whole bunch, although this guy's been pretty static of late because it's kind of fun in the corner up there. We've done everything and more, you know. Hopefully we'll be getting the doorstop soon because it has a slider bolt on it and we want to see how that goes. But so far, Motavation Volume are making the best wooden volumes on the market. There are some other people out there that are making wooden volumes. We're going to try and get those in fairly soon so we can run a comparison. They're about the same size and some of them are very similar shapes, but they don't use 11 ply plywood, they only use 5 ply plywood. My wall is 7 ply plywood. They're making volumes out of 5? Really? That's daft. Anyway, Motavation Volumes. James, James Brown, Pele the football player, because some of you probably won't get the start of the video and the logos and the introduction that I did. James Brown, Pele the football player. Got it? Sweet. Peace. James Pele.
Hold on.
Oh, danger.
Danger.
Accident.
Oh, sorry.
Danger. No danger, partner.
Yeah, it's there, come on.
Oh, nice.
Come on, dude.
Come on, suck it up.
Come on.
Suck it up.
Come on.
Suck it up. Suck it up.
Yeah, come on, dude. Yeah.
Oh, Jared. Fuck you then.
Don't do it for my ass. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Restless abandon.
Anyway.